せがにじんだ誰とも違う美しさで笑っておくれよ息を切らした君は誰より素敵さ
Out of all the shows that got nominated for Anime of the Year, I have to say that Ranking of Kings is the one that surprised me the most. Not because I thought it was bad or anything like that, but because I had not seen the show prior to its nomination. But now that I have, god damn am I excited to continue it. Bojji is a prince that longs to be the strongest king of them all. In this world, kings are given a ranking based on a number of factors, such as strength, knowledge, how well the kingdom they preside over is doing, etc. The big problem with Bojji is that he is not only mute, but is also deaf. This makes it so that he is constantly being mocked and undermined by those around him. The story thus far is his path to getting stronger, while also showing us much of the deviant things happening behind the scenes. The best thing I can say about the show is just how surprising the story moves along. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, it is a tale that we've heard before, but just exactly how the destination to reach it has unfolded so far is super interesting. And heck, there's even episodes that Bojji is barely even shown, or I think there's even an episode where he's not in it at all. How many anime out there are brave enough to not show their protagonist for an entire episode? And it works because all of the side characters are also very interesting to follow. Now, one of the things that I did think was sloppy at first was how wishy-washy some personalities were. They would get introduced one way only for the show to turn around and say, just kidding, that's not what they are like at all. Almost as if it was making the personalities up as it went along, and sure enough, there is still like one character that's like that, but for the most part, it does a good job at acknowledging their past selves, which I will give props to. I also wish the show did have more fights to it. It really hasn't focused on too much action, which is a shame because the few times that it has shown it, it's been very interesting. It's still a little bit too early to tell exactly what the show is going to be doing with its action, as this nomination really does only encompass the first 11 episodes, but I really do hope it goes the way of more action, because I think that really is going to elevate the show more, even above where it's currently at. Lastly, can I just say how freaking adorable Bojji is? If you've seen the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but if you haven't and you're going, ew, this character? First and foremost, shame on you for judging based on appearance, and second, just go watch the first episode. If you're not 100% on Best Boy Bojji train after that, there's just something wrong with you. And true enough, right after that first episode, I wanted to see his journey. And that's, again, something really strong about the show. When you want to see this character's progression, you want to see him evolve and get stronger. So, again, huge kudos to the show for pulling that off. Okay, so the final score for the first half of Ranking of Kings is a 4.5 out of 5. The few flaws that the show does currently have are easily ignored just due to how damn entertaining it is. And the only reason I don't really push for that 5 is because it is still ongoing, so there really is no ending. Of course, that also means that the show could falter and drop down its score further, but let's just hope that's not the case. This is why I love award season, because you're introduced to shows that you might not have normally seen otherwise, and then you get sucked right into its world when you do. Here's hoping that tomorrow's anime is another strong contender for the crown. Until then, stay safe out there and have a good one.